professionally, the pandemic was a rude shock. Overnight, our business just dried up because a lot of it was face-to-face consulting and workshops. So it totally threw us off. But on the other side, we also began to see the team in a new light. They just kind of rallied together. Many of them offered to take salary cuts. And they said, we'll come together and make sure that we stay afloat and see this through. And that was very, very encouraging. And we all worked a lot harder, and it is beginning to pay off as we're slowly beginning to inch our way up with a lot more digital offerings. The team just really quickly pivoted very nicely and converted a lot of our face-to-face workshops into online modules, and so really, saw the team in a very, very different light. It was no more about, just getting work done. It's about a common goal of staying afloat and saying, we need to survive this and we'll come out stronger. So that has been very good. Personally, this has been a time of a lot of reflection, taking time to think about what has been achieved and at what cost. Really, for the first time, I've had time to think about myself, what is it that I really want, and to take care of my health. And, happy to say that I've been able to take some time off to detox and rejuvenate myself, something which I would never have been able to do if it wasn't for the pandemic. On a lighter note, of course, it stopped me from doing all my impromptu shopping sprees, so it's really helped to save some money as well. So, that's pretty much how it's impacted me as of now. I'm not sure if it'll be a whole new approach, but it will certainly be a more heightened appreciation of the subject and its potential. D&I, or diversity and inclusion, will be seen in a whole new light. I also see people pulling themselves together and supporting each other. There is a recognition of a common enemy, and simple human emotions of fear and uncertainty are bringing people together. Suddenly we are realizing that my well-being is sustainable and possible only if you and others are also well and thriving. So interdependencies of all of us, as individuals and as communities, is certainly being reinforced, and I think we're all woken up to that fact. I also see increased awareness of, or rather, a lot of the invisible people in our lives have started to become visible. For example, the maids a lot of people that we've taken for granted, for example, like the housemaids or the construction workers, the housekeeping staff at the offices. Suddenly we've started to realize the value of their contributions, and I'm seeing people standing up for them, for the marginalized. So many groups have come up, fighting just not for themselves and saying, I'm privileged and I need to be reaching out to communities, whether it's for the transgender community, the older people, even animals, stray animals. There's been a fund that was being collected for all the stray animals to feed them because there's nobody doing that for them. So you suddenly see a common sense of humaneness and humanity coming back in a certain way. And then, of course, ever since the pandemic, the naysayers of the pre-COVID days who said work from home can never work are definitely biting their tongues. It has suddenly become the norm, and I don't see it changing. We will all, as organizations and as people, accept that flexible and remote working will be the most sought after way of working. This will mean that a lot more diverse people can participate in productive work. Jobs will go to where people are and not the other way around. So all of those will certainly be long-term changes that we will certainly see in businesses, and organizations will certainly be a lot more humane and empathetic in their approach and their policies. So all of that is definitely a change that we will see going forward. We've often taken for granted that all leaders know what we mean when we say you need to be inclusive. Being inclusive is not a project or a campaign. It is everyday behaviors of respect, compassion, and humaneness. Even as you're driving business results, and that, as we all know, is a 24/7, 365-day job. So leaders need to understand this, because today, given the pandemic, the business case for diversity and inclusion has never been more front and center than it is today. Yeah, it will no more be the success of an individual or a department or even an organization or a nation even. It will necessarily have to be the more balanced and collaborative and inclusive evolution of all of us together. We must remember it's a global village. The pandemic has, shown to us that, pandemic and some of the natural disasters before that has shown to businesses that they cannot just focus on the priorities that they've been focusing on so far, that a failing society or an eroding planet can come in the way of their business results, and therefore their priorities will need to be a lot more balanced and sustainable. I see the triple bottom line balance sheet, as we used to call it, the balance sheet that looks at people, profits, and the planet, I think will actually get practiced now. People will, stakeholders will want to see more of what organizations are doing on all of these, dimensions as well. And all strategies will need to be aligned to a larger purpose. So I see all of these as outcomes of this pandemic and everything that's gone before this. They will all become, in my opinion, a lot more balanced and sustainable. I certainly see business priorities, lifestyles, working styles, all changing for the better. Call me old-fashioned, but I believe that ground events have an energy, vigor, and charm that can never be fully replicated by an online event. It never can be done digitally. Our ability to see and respond real time to people and their, to their energy is something that can never be captured on an online engagement. Having said that, I think a virtual event allows for wider, cheaper, and easier participation. Conferences for which you needed to travel long distances, you can now do sitting at your home by the click of a button, allowing us more access to audiences and speakers. So I guess in a sense we lose some, gain some. So both, and maybe a combination of the two would work perfectly once the COVID pandemic is over. Really, I think it is important to I personally think so. I've always believed that businesses are very powerful vehicles of social change. They are the bridges that connect people, cultures, and markets, and hold tremendous power and clout to influence minds and actions. Inclusion as a message is imperative, whether you are an organization, a neighborhood, a country, or even between countries for world peace. As someone said, it would be a shame to waste a good crisis. You should never do that, because it always provides an opportunity to refresh your thinking and perspectives. And I do hope that this pandemic will get all of us thinking and reflecting, changing our ways in how we live and work in this world, and move this conversation forward.